Hello everybody. We're coming up to a special Shabbos. Especially this Shabbos is a Shabbos before the third day of Tammuz. So we got to find, and it's not going to be hard to find, some connection of this week's parasha to our beloved Rebbe. I'll point out one idea in this week's parsha, and this is in the middle of the whole dispute that there is between Korach and Moshe Rabbeinu, as we have the whole story in this week's parsha. So after they are complaining about the leadership, and they don't want Aaron to be the one, the Kohen Gadol, the high priest, the answer that Moshe Rabbeinu gives them, Boiker v'yodea, meaning to say, let's wait for tomorrow morning, and by tomorrow morning we'll know who is right. And the question being asked by many, why didn't he give him the answer right away? Why did he say, let's wait for tomorrow morning? Simply is because he said, we'll wait for tomorrow, maybe everything will come down. But that's a simple explanation. But it goes much deeper. And the deeper explanation is, as we can picture the story, a whole group of Jews, great Jews, leader, are coming to Moshe Rabbeinu, to the leader at that time, questioning him, not believing in what he says, etc. He gets very upset, should be. But what does he tell him? Let's wait for tomorrow. And the real reason why he said let's wait for tomorrow, at least one of the explanations is, because he said to himself, let them all go home. Let them all go to sleep. And when they're all going to be sleeping, as we know, every person, when he falls asleep, his neshama, his soul, goes up to the heavens. As we know, the next morning when we wake up, we say Modani, and the reason we thank Hashem that He gave us the neshama again, because at night when we go to sleep, our neshama goes up there into the heavens. Moshe Rabbeinu says to himself, let them all go to sleep. The neshama will go up to the heavens. And when the neshama is up in the heavens, I will rectify their souls. I will fix them up. I will change them. That when the soul comes back down next morning, they're all going to be pure and beautiful and reconnected and rebonded, that it will not question anymore God and me and Aaron. This was his plan. His plan was, I will take care of them. As long as they awake, when the soul is in the body, it can't do that because the soul overtakes the body. But when they go to sleep and the soul separates from the body, this is the time Moshe Rabbeinu can help him and can take care of them. As we know, it didn't work. And the reason it didn't work is because they did not go to sleep that night. Or because they did not go to sleep that night, it couldn't do it for them. And it ended up the way it ended up. But Moshe Rabbeinu, in his mind, in his opinion, what was he thinking? The moment when people coming and rebuking him, bashing him, being against him, rebelling against him, what's in his mind? What can I do for them? It's not about myself. What can I do for these people? And the first thing comes into his mind, let me help them. It's not let me bash them. It's not let me rebuke them. It's not let me put them in their place. It's let me help them. And this is what he says to himself. When they'll go to sleep, I will be able to help the souls and bring it back to the right level. This is a tremendous lesson that we can learn from Moshe Rabbeinu. The tremendous lesson that we're learning what a Jewish leader is all about. Those people are against them, opposition to him, trying anything to argue with him. What is the leader's duty in this moment? Not to defend himself, is how could he help these people? And this is how it's so much related to our Rebbe. Our Rebbe, we saw the same thing. In many stories, those people that went against him, opposition against God, is not taking it personal. How could I up them? As many stories going on, but just one short part of one story, as it's very known, that one of the Sundays, some Jewish boy comes to him by dollars. And he talks to the Rebbe, and what he tells him, Rabbi, I belong to the Mormon group. And he's trying to convince the Rebbe that the Mormons are so truth, and so on and so forth, that I don't want to repeat. The Rebbe looks at him, instead of rebuking, instead of ignoring, he looks on his soul and he tells him, you are a Jew. You have a neshama. And he keeps on looking at him again. And as much as he talks to him about his beliefs, the Rebbe tells him, you are a Jew. You have a neshama. And with these words, this Mormon guy leaves and he goes away. As we know the end of the story, this Mormon guy himself became one of the shluchim of the Rebbe in the later time of his life. And as he said his story himself, he was standing at that moment, had to prove the Rebbe that Torah is not right, unfortunately, and so on and so forth, bashing and rebuking. The Rebbe looked at him with his eyes, looked at his neshama. Let's bring that neshama back. And he did bring, as the Shaliach says, he brought my neshama back by looking at me and bringing out the beauty of my soul. And that's the beauty of a Jewish leader. On this we learn from Moshe Rabbeinu. On this is we go on the footstep of our Rebbe too. Our Jewish leader is not to pay back, not to rebuke. When you see somebody doing wrong, just look at him and try to awaken his neshama and bring him back. Let's all learn, especially in this time of the year, to learn a lesson from Moshe Rabbeinu, from our Rebbe, how we all should be leaders, how we all should be people, not to see negative in people, even though they're coming to us in a negative way. See how we can help them. Have all a good Shabbos, a good Farbrengen, and be well.